There's multiple occasions where I tried taking my life. I just wanted to sleep and never wake up again. I really did believe that my mom would come get me.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're back in Barstow here with Yumi. How you doing?
All right.
I like your name. Where's it from?
My dad.
Where's he from?
The States, actually. He was born in California.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your background?
I grew up in the Bay Area. Came out here almost 8 years ago now. It's kind of like the black hole. It sucked me right in.
No offense to Barstow, but why Barstow?
I moved out here because my baby daddy, well, my second baby daddy, his mom moved out here, or lived out here, and she suffered from diabetes for 30 plus years, and we had to make the move because it was just him, you know? So.
I want to know your whole background, Yumi, okay?
All right.
First of all, do you give us permission to use this video on our social media platforms?
Yes.
All right. Let's just start from the beginning. Where were you born?
Berkeley, California.
Berkeley, very nice. Did you go to high school there?
I went to high school in Walnut Creek, part-time.
Oh, Walnut Creek? That's
a nice
little area, isn't it?
Yeah, for the first 2 years I went to high school in Walnut Creek, and then I got sent to Mexico when I was 16.
You got what?
Sent to Mexico.
Sent to Mexico by who?
My dad.
Why'd your dad send you to Mexico?
He believed something was wrong with me mentally or emotionally because I kept running away and trying to hurt myself.
Oh, you're hurting yourself. Were you raised with both parents?
My mom passed away when I was 2.
I'm so sorry. And your dad raised you?
For the most part, yeah.
Were you abused by any adults growing up?
No.
No?
No, not by adults, no.
Okay, by who? I mean, you don't say any names, but...
A close family member.
Oh, and they were over 18?
No, they're 22 months older than me.
And this was going on while you were how old?
It first started when I was 11, the very first time, and then all throughout my years of high school in Walnut Creek, so for 3 years, about 3 years.
Did your dad know about it?
I told him, yes. He didn't believe me because the person denied it. But when I came back from Mexico, it was like a brand new, everything from the past, everything from that was just like wiped out of my mind for some reason. I don't know how or why, but I was able to actually rebuild a relationship with that person, a normal one, or somewhat normal. And it actually started coming back when I started using drugs, so.
Oh, okay, now.
But my dad did know because he told him the truth, ended up telling him the truth.
How long were you in Mexico?
16 and a half months.
What city?
Ensenada.
Did you get help over there?
I learned how to be independent, yeah, I would say. Mm-hmm.
So you were getting therapy in Ensenada while you were there?
It was a behavior modification program / 5-star boarding school is what they classified it as.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we were signing expired visas. So the Mexican government came in and raided the place and shut it down.
Okay, so you grew up in the Bay Area. I want to know what life was like. What were you listening to? What the vibe was like? What did you do for fun?
When I was how old?
Growing up. Between the ages of, let's say, 15 to 21.
15 to 21? Well, 15, that was hard. That was a rough time. I was rarely home. I was going out a lot. I can't lie, I did party a lot. I didn't do any hardcore drugs, really. I smoked weed.
Yeah.
Smoked cigarettes, drank beer, you know.
What were you listening to?
Rap.
Yeah?
Yeah. Rap, hip hop, you know. But I'm pretty like musically oriented, so yeah. I like a variety of music.
What did you do besides study at school? Did you have any hobbies or interests?
I played piano.
Did you?
For 12 years, I took private lessons.
Oh yeah? You're pretty good at it?
I don't know if I am anymore, but...
You were?
Yeah, I was kind of forced to do that. I didn't want to do it.
Who forced you?
Well, because my dad.
Okay.
Because I originally thought that the piano was a violin when I started playing. So.
Did you have any siblings growing up?
Yeah, my brother.
Okay, you guys close back then? Now?
No, I don't speak with him.
Oh, I'm sorry. How about your father? You still speak to him?
No, he's no longer here either. I don't speak of him.
You don't like to talk about your father? Okay. I understand.
Not at all.
Did you feel abandoned by your father growing up?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, that's why I want to speak about it.
Even until the day he died.
Who's out here in the world that loves you?
My kids.
Okay. How
The
many
ones
kids
that
do you have?
remember me.
How many kids do you have?
7.
7 kids. And what's your message to your kids?
I wish the best for them. I hope that one day they'll realize, that I made choices in my life that led to me not being given the privilege to raise them or rear them as I should, as their mother. I can only pray at this point that they're being taken care of and that they're happy, healthy. And I hope that they know that I love them.
All right, how many fathers are...
Baby daddies?
Yeah, baby daddies.
3.
3, okay.
Yeah.
So you're currently on the streets. What kind of drugs are you using?
Crystal meth.
Crystal meth? Not the fentanyl?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
When did the drug use first start?
With what? Crystal meth?
Yeah.
On April 12th of 2011.
You are how old?
I was 25.
How do you remember that exact date?
Because I got it clean the same day, exactly a year after. And the reason for me getting clean, or the reason why I relapsed, is because my ex at that time had a stroke, a major stroke. And I was lost with no direction. That's the ex I used to beat my ass every day.
Yeah.
Stitches, hospitalized. But God is real, because when I was getting discharged from the hospital, he fell over and had a stroke. A right blood clot was in his right part of his neck, and it shot to the right lobe of his brain.
And he passed away?
He did not.
No.
He's still here. He's still alive.
You go to jail?
He did not.
Seems like you've had one terrible incident after another with all these people.
It's based on my choices, I guess.
Any positive role models growing up?
Positive?
Yeah. Anyone that you looked up to? It could be a teacher, counselor, therapist.
To be honest with you, I was really close with my grandma.
Your
my
grandma?
mom's mom.
Okay.
She wasn't really, I wouldn't say a positive influence, but she was the closest person in my life that that was my love. That was where.
Did you ever go to Japan?
I did.
Did you? How'd you like it?
It's different. It's a good experience. It's a really, actually amazing experience.
Yeah. I want to go to Japan. How'd they treat you?
Like outcasts.
Do they?
I went to school out there for a month, yeah.
Did you? How they view, for example, Middle Easterners in Japan?
Probably the same as outcasts. I know that how my family is,
Are they racist?
Very much so, I believe.
Yeah.
Or the majority of them are, even though maybe it's not stated so much acknowledged out loud. They are.
Do you is one of your baby daddies black?
He's very black.
Okay, how do they treat him?
They don't. That's why
What were your dreams as a little girl? What were your aspirations?
to become famous.
Yeah, what kind of famous?
I don't know. I wanted to sing. I wanted to become a singer.
Can you sing?
Probably not anymore.
Can you sing a song for us, please?
No way. See, that's my problem. I'm stage fright.
You don't have stage fright, do you?
A little bit.
Yeah. You ever had a paying job?
Yes, I have.
How many jobs have you had?
I can't say I've worked a lot, but I've also not really been able to keep a job, an ideal job, I would say, for very long.
Did you go to college?
I did do. I took some college courses. Did I complete? No, I did not.
Okay.
And not even a AA. Not even.
What was your favorite subject?
More recently, art history.
Okay. What about growing up?
Writing, English.
Writing?
Yeah.
Do you know anyone in your life right now that's broken the chains of addiction? Is living a righteous life?
Yes.
Who's that?
My most recent, or the person I am with or not, I don't even know where we stand at this point. But my most recent baby daddy. Okay. His ex-girlfriend, one of his ex-girlfriends, and she's made that 6% of people who get clean, you know?
Yeah.
Because they say that only 6% of people who ever touch this drug get clean.
Do you have anyone to talk to? Like, say you want to get clean, you have someone to call and just tell them your issues and problems, and maybe they can guide you?
I don't think I have anybody to talk to that really want to hear it anymore. Okay. Maybe my probation officer.
Oh. You been in jail?
Yeah.
Prison?
No.
How long is the longest you've been in jail?
Like 28, 30 days.
What was your experience in jail?
I hated it. I hard timed the whole time.
Were you withdrawing when you were in there?
Withdrawal's not so much. It's just more of like detox, like you just sleep it off.
What is drugs taken from you?
Everything. Everything.
Do you think there's a hole that you're trying to fill by taking these drugs?
Yeah. Well, no. It's not so much trying to fill a hole, it's just numbing yourself.
What are you numbing?
Pain.
Okay.
Regret.
Pain.
Guilt.
What are you guilty about?
Choices I've made that led to amendable results of my life.
You had a really traumatic childhood and teen years. I really hope you can get the help. Now, if someone's watching this and they can help you and they can offer you a facility to go to, would you be willing to take it?
I'd consider.
Do you have an email address you could share with us, or social media, in case some of our subscribers want to get a hold of you and provide support?
Yeah.
What is your email?
Taka, TAKA, 717@gmail.com.
Let's say you wake up tomorrow, you want to get clean. Do you know what to do or where to go?
I do.
Where would you go?
Probably St. John of God.
Where's that?
In Victorville.
Oh, okay. Is that a rehab?
That's like a home.
Okay.
It's more than just a rehab. They're so welcoming, and they will never deny you if you go up to their door or show up to their gate at any hour of the night. But if they don't have room, they will tell you to come back, you know? But they will not ignore you or deny you.
What a great place.
It is. It really is.
Are you spiritual, or do you believe in a higher power?
I try to be, if that's an answer, a valid answer. Yeah. It's hard to keep faith when I've lived, you know, my life. Like there's multiple occasions where I tried taking my life. I didn't want to be here anymore. And I would say it occurred at two most major points of my two different separate times of my life. Once when as a teenager, and once when I was with my most abusive ex. I don't feel like I would actually ever try to do that again, but I was at the point in time in my life where I just wanted to sleep and never wake up again. I believed, I really did believe that my mom would come get me.
You lost your mom at 2 years old, you said?
Yeah.
Do you remember anything?
I do.
What do you remember?
When actually She was in the hospital, which is kind of weird because she died 4 months after I turned 2 years old. And I remember my dad bringing me to the hospital. Just at one point, like as a one-shot memory, if that makes any sense. Like he put me on top of her when she was on the gurney on the bed, and she told him to get me off of her because I was too heavy.
Have you ever thought about joining a church or becoming more spiritual or anything like that?
I don't know.
You ever tried NA?
I have.
AA?
I have to say I fell asleep
You fell asleep.
during the majority of those meetings.
You gotta get involved. You know what you gotta do is you gotta go there, get involved.
It's just so robotic or so like scripted to me, where it's just like it may work for some people.
Yeah.
Some people it doesn't work.
What do you think works for you? What do you think is gonna work for you?
Me. I have to be ready. I have to want it.
You think you hit rock bottom?
I've hit rock bottom plenty of times.
Do you feel a lot of pressure being Asian? That you have
I feel a lot of eyes on me.
Yeah.
Especially out here.
Yeah.
Because there's like no.
What did they expect you to become when you were young?
Something.
Something big, huh?
Something other than this. I definitely disappointed my family. Definitely. Both my grandparents died. My grandma's died since I've been out here.
Look, a lot of people are going to disagree with what I'm going to say, but many experts believe addiction is a disease. It's not all your fault. Do you think it's more biological, or you think it's circumstances in your life?
I think it depends on the individual. So I mean, I don't really know too much about like neurology or human anatomy or anything like that, but when it comes down to my beliefs, I honestly believe that it depends on the individual and whether or not you have an addictive personality, whether you become addicted to something, easier versus somebody else might not so, or you can stop using just like that.
Anyone in your family?
My dad.
Addict? Your dad was an addict?
Yeah, my dad.
What do you do?
Well, he was an alcoholic. I definitely an alcoholic.
I was an addict too. I was a tragic alcoholic
Really?
for many years. Yeah, I was functioning, but I let a lot of people down.
Do you have any DUIs?
Between me and you, I had a DUI a long time ago, probably before you were born. Yeah, once I had that DUI, I knew that something was up because I kept drinking and driving, but I didn't get another DUI again.
I had 3.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah. I could have had many.
What made you get clean?
A family member got very sick, and that family member would take care of me for many years when I had to go to the hospital or got sick because of alcohol. That family member really desperately needed me, and I needed to get clean for that family member. So I decided to go to AA, and I never turned back. It's been about 8.5 years now. Yeah, I can't.
It wasn't the AA that helped you. I don't think so. I think it's your mindset and your will and your drive.
It is. I needed a group of people to be there for me. People that really had their main concern was me being sober all the time, and they were clean, and there was no game, so it helped me. But to be honest, after the first few years, I haven't been to too many meetings, but I still go just to remind myself how bad it could get. But it's not for everybody.
Do you drink still?
I have not touched any liquor for 8 years and maybe 5 months.
So what do you do when you go out and drink?
I'm kind of old now, so I don't go out too much, but I go to Vegas all the time. I don't really drink. I just like to walk and talk to people and spend time with my family.
I was a huge alcoholic.
What's that?
I drank. Before I used drugs, I drank.
Now, you said you were a stripper before?
That's why I drank.
Okay, where's your stripper?
That's not why.
Where were you a stripper at?
I started at Hustler in the city, in San Francisco.
Okay. Tell me a wild story.
Which one?
Tell me the wildest.
When I made it rain $1,000 on my dad. When I came home one night.
That one, yeah.
Oh, that was the most money I made in one day, actually, because I used to work day shift, 11:30.
Yeah.
11:30 to 7:30, but night girls wouldn't come until 8:30. So 11:30 to 8:30. I made $2,600 after cash out. I had a regular every Wednesday, Tom.
Okay.
He worked for Wells Fargo. He would come in every Wednesday, drop a 50 when I was on the stage, let me know he was there. And then after I got off, did my stage time, take me into the champagne room for 3 hours, which was $250 for every 30 minutes.
Yeah. What'd you do in the champagne room?
Slow dance to country music and talk about his family.
That's it?
Yeah.
What percentage of strippers do you think sleep with the customers?
I don't know, like probably a high percentage of them, because there's a lot of people who did go in there and ask for that, but you have, you know, your right to say no.
Yeah.
And that wasn't my thing. And I worked only at a topless only.
Okay. Do you ever meet a celebrity?
Yeah, I did actually.
Who?
Seth Rogen.
Oh, he came in?
Yeah.
What was he like?
An asshole.
What do you mean?
He was a jerk. Because I was, you know, like I said, I drank from morning till night, right?
Yeah.
Till I fell asleep. I went to the bar and like, I said, hey, you look, and he's sitting by himself. Actually, it was on buffet day, you know. The food was awesome over at Hustler. I was like, you look like Seth Rogen. I was like, he's an actor. Do you know who he is? And he goes, he looked at me like gave me this look like, bitch, get the f out of my face. That he didn't say that, but that's how he looked at me, you know. And I looked at, you know, Jennifer, our bartender, and she's just all like no. I'm like, oh God. And so I left for a second. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm drinking more, and I'm like, that is Seth Rogen. Holy shit. So I go back over there, and I talked to him again, and he was just like cracking jokes, being a smart ass, you know. Yeah, I don't think he's very friendly, really, in real life.
Yeah. Like, anyone else you met?
Well, the Raiders assistant coach.
Okay.
I actually thought I could sell myself at that time.
You thought you could what?
I tried prostituting.
Yeah.
I guess is how you'd put it. You know?
Where, in Vegas?
No, the San Francisco.
What happened?
I met him at his flat in San Francisco before I had to work. I couldn't go through with it, but I definitely took the money and ran.
How much you make?
$480, and that wasn't the agreement. It was supposed to be $500. So had I gone through with that, I would have been pretty upset.
Any other experiences?
Other than that, I got jumped. Like somebody tried to rob me on my way down to BART's Bay Area Rapid Transit. So it's like the subway.
Yep, I know BART.
Yeah, and I was walking over there, and I put my money in different parts of my, you know.
Yeah.
So I only had $10 in my wallet, and they got that.
You ever try to get a job out here?
Actually, yeah, I have.
Where?
Over there at Canton, the restaurant. I half-assed it though. I didn't follow through with it.
Yeah.
I did go to Barstow Community College for a little bit.
What'd you take?
I applied for financial aid. I got approved for $682 for the next 6 years. But somebody stole. We were moving, you know, at that time, and somebody had gotten into our mailbox and stole my financial aid check.
Oh.
So I was only able to take one class, I guess, fortunately, right?
Were you clean when you were taking that class, or were you using?
I was clean.
What's the longest period of sobriety you had?
40 days. 40 days. I was in rehab, yeah.
Okay. And you just came out?
Oh, wait, that was longer than that, because I breastfed my daughter, so three months.
Okay.
3-4 months, I'd say, tops.
How bad do you want sobriety?
Right now?
Yeah.
In all honesty?
Honest.
I don't.
You don't want it right now?
I don't.
Is it because you feel hopeless, or what's the reason?
I don't want to feel anything right now. I don't want to feel my kids being gone. I don't want to get stuck, and I will.
Where would you like to see yourself in 2 years? If you start feeling better and you wanted to get clean.
Where do I want to see myself?
Yeah.
With my kids. Having a home. And I believe I could do that. I honestly believe I can, if I were to somehow miraculously have some type of force for or sudden change of mind or feeling, or it's just hard to leave the person I was with, and I don't know why it's so difficult.
Well, when this interview goes up, read your comments. A lot of people will say some very inspiring things.
I hope so.
And a lot of people also will reach out to you to try to help you. I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this interview. Do you have any questions for me?
Where'd you come from? I'm just kidding. I do have a question for you.
What's up?
What inspired you to do this?
That's a good question. There's a few different things that happened. It started off as a travel channel. I wanted to do a travel channel, just walking the strip, walking different cities, and then I also traveled to Europe sometimes. So I wanted to just do like a walking tour channel thing, you know? Mm-hmm. And then I was also gonna go to restaurants, different Middle Eastern restaurants, Indian restaurants, the kind of restaurants that I like, and do reviews. As you know, I'm a trucker, so one day I met a young lady at the truck stop. She was eating, and I interviewed her, and just on a whim, we posted it, and there was a huge reaction to it. So, and a lot of positive comments were like, hey, you should do this full time, you should do more, you should do more. So we did another one, and then we did a little person, and that video was very popular, and she was a sweetheart. And then after that, I just stopped doing the walking tours, and I started doing this. And I've been doing this for many years. I was in education many years ago, and I used to have a little video club, and we'd interview the kids, disadvantaged kids, and figure out why they joined gangs. If you notice, a lot of my questions are about, what was your background if you're raised by both parents, and the gang culture in Los Angeles. I'm very interested in that. So yeah, thank you for asking. I've had some success stories, and I don't want to put anyone on blast, but there's a young lady that is killing it in sobriety, and she's out there in a different state. I don't want to say her name because I don't have permission yet, but she is doing so well. Everyone loves her. Family is doing great with her, and she's just blowing up. And one day, hopefully, she'll do an interview. And there's another person that actually went to Idaho for treatment, and she was very successful for 6 months. I haven't heard from her, but one of our subscribers paid for her trip to Idaho or Colorado.
Oh, wow.
To rehab, yeah. So it was really a pleasure talking to you, Yumi.
Thank you for your time.
You are amazing and awesome.
Thank you.